Hello guys, hope you're doing great. Welcome to my channel, The Consistent Coder. So the problem that we are going to solve today is maximum subarray. This is a very important problem because it has been asked by many top tech companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft. So there's a high chance that you might actually see this in an actual interview. So let's see what the problem is about. Given an integer array nums, find the subarray with the largest sum and return its sum. So we were given an array which contains of positive and negative integers, and then we have to find a sub array of this particular nums which will have the maximum sum. So in this case it is 4 minus 1 2 1. If you sum it up you'll get 6, and that is the highest value that you can get for a subarray. If you take any other subarray, maybe this, you'll get 4 plus 1 5 minus 3, which is 2. So in any other case, if you take it, the subarray, the sum is always going to be less than 6, so we return the 6 because that is the maximum value. And similarly we have the other examples. So let's see how we can do this. So this is the example one that I'm taking here. So we have to basically find the sum of each and every elements in the subarray that we are choosing, right? So how can we do this? Let's start from the beginning. So here we have minus 2, and then if I sum it up the numbers as we go along, let's see if we can find anything or notice anything or something like that. So here I have minus 2, and then I add plus 1, which is going to be minus 1, and then I move forward, and then I have minus 1 plus minus 3, which is minus 4, and then I go here, 4 minus 4 plus 4 is going to be 0. So here is something that I wanted to make a point. So for example, I don't know what the sum is until this point, right? Let's call this as x. I know it is minus 4, but let's say we don't know what this is. And if I'm coming here to my current number, which is 4, if I'm trying to maximize my subarray, what does that mean? So that means whatever the value that I have so far, which is x plus 4, when I add it up to my current number, the previous subsum, I would expect that it is an increasing value, at least 4. What do you mean by that? So if for example this x is 1, then it would make sense for me to add to my 4. So all throughout I have got 1, and then I have added to my current element, which is 4, and then I've got 5. Yeah, I'm increasing my subsum by adding one more element, which is 4 in this case. But if suppose x is 1 2 3, it will all look good. But in this case we have something like a negative number. So what is happening here? So that means, so when x is minus 4 in this case, what do we have is that minus 4 plus 4 is going to be 0, right? And we know that 0 is definitely not greater than or equal to 4. So what does this suggest? This suggests that if I get a sum up until this point, which is actually less than my current number. What does it mean? I have my current number as 4, and because of the previous sum, which was a negative in this case, it is actually affecting my current sum, right? So why would I even want to include that? So what I'll simply do is I'll forget that my subsum is not this, so I'll simply neglect this part and I'll start from here again. So currently my subsum will be 4 because I started from this point. I understand that whatever the previous value is, the subsum, which is a negative value, so it would not make sense for me to add to my current number, which is affecting my sum, right? Since I wanted to maximize it, why would I want to add elements which are negative from the previous sub array, right? So I'll simply start from my current element, which is 4, and then I move forward from here. So I'll have 3, and then I'll have 5, and then I'll have 6. Here I'll have 6, and then I'll have 1, right? And then I'll have 5. So every time I calculate the sum for each and every element, I keep track of my maximum so I'll compare it with my maximum sum, whatever it is that I can get, right? So that way I can keep track of every time what is the maximum sum at each and every element I'm getting, and I'll store it in a variable, and then finally I'll return it. So that is the question pretty much at. So we definitely need a variable to keep track of the maximum value that we have so far. So let my maximum shall be infinity, a big value. No, it has to be minus infinity, right? Okay, and then what am I doing? And also we need some more variable which will keep track of my subarray sum. So my subarray sum so far, let's initialize it to 0, and then I'll loop through my nums array, right? And then what I'll do is first I'll check if my sub array sum plus my current number, which is this greater than num set I. If this is not the case, there is no point in adding my current number to the subsum, right? So if this is not the case, that means I'll reset my subarray sum to be my current number, because otherwise I'm actually decreasing my subarray sum, right? So yeah, I do that. And if this is actually the case, that means I can actually update my subarray sum to be added to the current element. And no matter what I do, every time I just have to make sure that my maximum is this subarray sum. So here what am I checking? I'm checking what is the maximum sum. Is it my subarray sum or the previously acquired the maximum element? And then finally I'll return max. Let's see if this is working. Okay, and let's give in some more case where all of them are like negative numbers as well, to check if that is working. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, this is working fine. Hope you guys like the video, and yeah, if you have any questions or if you want me to do any other videos, please do let me know in the comment section. And I'll be uploading videos on weekly basis, Blind 75 related questions and any other questions that most of the companies have been recently asking. So yeah, please do consider subscribing as well, and have a good day.